Philadelphia Eagles, and it's coming up next.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it. Between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Zach Ball. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 37. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
A first down carry for Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. It's Pacheco again. And he gets him around 6 there. Zach Bond with the tackle. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run, so now they face 4th down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They'll go. It's Mahomes. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
First down throw, Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They bring a tight end in motion right. That's the end of one here in Super Bowl 59. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to New Orleans right after this. Welcome back. The team is set, so let's get back to it. Second quarter of Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and out third down. Here's Mahomes now. He's on the move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get the game's first points here in the second. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Butker with the extra points. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Well, we've had to wait until the second quarter to finally see him and his offense out there. And we're going to see what they have in them here, Kate, in a hurry. Down a touchdown. With how long they've been sitting over there, I know the feeling. You're chomping at the bit and likely going to be pretty aggressive with the football.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Finds him over the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 4. That pass caught by Dotson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 41. Dotson now in motion right. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Hurts throwing again. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 1st down, Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Eagles facing a deficit near the break. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. and set, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Continuing to move past the 45. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Pistol now for Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Another throw for Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Shit. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to the air, Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Again, Mahomes to throw. It's complete to Hopkins.